Hassel here, co-host of the Nerdy Man Room Show. And we proudly present to you Man Room Shorts. Your discretion is advised.
Talk about the reboots because I think that's a problem with some of the reboots as well.
Well, look at what works and what doesn't work. It. Well, we can start right there because I mean it was well up in the top, of our franchises, and it only had two. But they respected the core mythology, give it some great effects to go with it, a great cast, and you had something there. On the opposite end, where they took Freddy Krueger, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake that was in what was that 2010, and
Yep.
the crew that done that had done some other reboots that were really good. However, and I'm not knocking Jackie Earl Haley. I think he's a great actor, but they totally shit on everything that made Freddy Krueger work. They started with the makeup. His makeup made him like a damn rat. I mean, he has this like face that comes down like a damn rat. He's not Freddy Krueger looking. He has a horrible lisp the whole. And well, I get it. He's not going to sound like Robert England. I'm fine with that. Change the voice. I'm fine with that.
If
But
you
when
make
you,
it intimidating.
yeah, like a lispy guy, I'm not worried about Dusty Bulls coming after me with a
I was to
particular
say,
knife. I
if
mean,
if you
no.
give it another voice and you say it's like you take Robert England and you change, all right, well, we're going to give you a different Freddy, and you make the voice a deep booming voice like a Lawrence Fishburne or something, and he can sound creepy at times, or Morgan Freeman, they can sound real creepy if they really wanted to.
Clancy Brown is in this damn movie. If you got a voice
Yes,
like
I was
Clancy
trying to think
Brown,
of him,
I mean, he is in this damn movie, but they
but
didn't respect the
Dusty Rhodes
mythology.
ain't scaring. Dusty Rhodes, baby, ain't scaring
No,
nobody.
baby, I just want them chili dogs with mustard on them. We're not worried about killing the little kids tonight, baby. But and then they changed the mythology too in the movie. I mean, half the movie set up to make you feel like Freddy was the victim. He really didn't do these terrible things, and
And
then
that's my point with the romanticizing, right? He's
yeah, I
now
mean, like
sympathetic.
they try to swerve you too much. And then, oh my God, this poor groundskeeper just got killed, because they just assumed it was him. And then by the end of it, you find out not only is this son of a bitch a child murderer, which is terrible enough, he was a pedophile on top. And even that couldn't swing it back the other way. And there were some great kills in this movie. I mean, it starts out, they come out the gate. I was sitting in the theater when the first kill happens and that guy slices his own damn throat. I'm like, holy shit. And it sets up the whole Tina swerve with the girl in the diner that you think is going to be the heroine. And then it moves on to Heather, which winds up being this weird goth chicks. But even then, there was some cool effects, and they done a few handful of cool things, but they got too far away from the core mythology. And I will give them kudos for the mom kill at the end. It was a lot better than the pulling the mannequin through the damn little small window that we got in Wes Craven's version. But they done a lot better job of that, and I wasn't expecting it. But that's where they go south on them. Like in Candyman, that's another one. That just came out in 2021. They went away from what made Candyman work, and because Candyman has the potential to be a terrifying, terrifying movie.
Yeah.
And instead, they made this more about social injustice. They tried to make it one of those pieces, a woken movie. And that's why I won't watch nothing else that Jordan Peele puts out. He tries to make these movies. I mean, he's made some rather controversial statements, anyways, about he wouldn't hire white actors, and I try to look beyond that. I mean, that's okay, well, but he tried to make this more of a social injustice movie, which is don't get me wrong. Candyman was done terribly bad, and it was a social injustice. However, it didn't mean that years later everybody's got to be Candyman. You don't really have the real Candyman except for the last 37 seconds of the movie, like they did Luke Skywalker and Force
Yeah.
Awakens, and the rest of the movie is just other people who's been done wrong, and come to find out there's been various Candymen through the years, and it's like, what are you doing? I mean, a guy that works for me, he's my yard foreman, and he's about my age, and he's a black guy, and even he was like, he told me before, he said, "Don't go watch that movie, Dave." He said, "You're not gonna like it." I said, why? He said, "It ain't Candyman." And I just thought he was being a little, eh. He said, "It ain't Candyman. I'm telling you, it's not Candyman." So, like a dummy, I do the video on demand because, hey, Drop $19 at home and watch it. What have you lost? Even with a couple liquor drinks, this movie was hard to watch. It had zero rewatch factor, but they didn't respect the core mythology. But then you move on to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D and the Texas Chainsaw remakes of 2013 and 2003. They respected what made Leatherface badass. The Friday the 13th reboot that we got in 2009. That is one of the better Jason movies out there. It is right here. But they respected the mythology. They didn't change what made Jason Jason. No, he wasn't a walking zombie like he's been in the last few movies, but
right.
He's fairly impervious to pain. Superhuman strength of a psychopath. But he's fast in this one. He's smart in this one. Like, he sets up traps, which makes the whole, no matter how fast you run, he just shows up around a tree, and as your ass is done for. Made it make sense because he had little traps all through the damn woods. I get it. I liked it. I was a fan of that. I was a fan of the way they done Leatherface. And then, even though Amityville remake we were talking about earlier, they done great with that. They made Ryan Reynolds a believable, serious actor. That this is, but it come down to respect. Then you get Rob Zombie. I have more hope for Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2 than anyone. I'm thinking, this is a guy that, he watches the Universal Monster movies once a week. He's got a theater in his own home. He has friends come over and they sit down and watch, Universal Monster movies. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, he's going to respect the mythology. And when the first movie, he delved a little too much into young Michael's backstory for my taste, and I know why he done it. He done it to give his wife a fucking acting job, which is what he does in every movie he makes. But it's an enjoyable movie. I can watch that one right now and still enjoy it. I didn't make it through maybe 40 minutes of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and I cut that shit off, and I've never attempted it again. Because he made Michael Myers become Jason Voorhees to give his damn wife another acting job. Because from beyond the grave, she's speaking to Michael with a white unicorn. And I was just like, I'm watching this. I'm like, are you kidding me? And she's like, oh, Michael, go get it. I'm like, no, this is Michael Myers. He's not fucking Jason Voorhees. He's not out here killing for mother. He's just a damn psycho. So, to me, that's what makes or breaks the reboot. How well do you respect the mythology? You can do some twists. You can do some tweaks. Don't change the things that aren't broke. Don't try to fix.
Yeah, and I think that's the same of any reboot that you're going to do. Is respect what came before. You can change a few things here and there to make it more meaningful for the time, but don't necessarily change the premise of what it is. But